食 pool and 餐厅 cafeteria. Okay, and we're also going to be reviewing some dialogue and usage. So I'm pretty sure I've used these examples tons of times, but it's good to like get familiar with like the wording and how you say it and the phrasing, because you could actually, like, this is when you talk to like adults or teachers, or when you're applying to another school, this could be very useful when you're speaking in Mandarin. So if you can't read this by itself, I added some pinyin as requested. I don't know why it doesn't line up, but if you want to just read off the pinyin, it's fine. But if you want to read along with the words, that'd be better. So, 你最喜欢的课是什么? Then you'd reply with, 我最喜欢的课是数学课。你最喜欢的课是什么? Then they'd say, 我最喜欢的课是英语课。你最喜欢学校的哪一个地方？我最喜欢学校的游泳池。I wrote that wrong, but then they'd continue to ask, 你最喜欢学校的哪一个地方? Then you'd say, 我最喜欢学校的操场. I don't know why that extra word isn't there. But then you can also add 因为, which I'm hoping you guys are familiar with. If you're not, we can go over that next lesson. But 因为 is basically because. So you'd say 因为 and then you'd state a reason. So you could say like 因为操场很大, which would mean because the field is very big. So once you read it with or without the pinyin, you can translate it. So 你最喜欢的课是什么 means what's your favorite class? And then 我最喜欢的课是科学课。你最喜欢的课是什么? Which means my favorite class is science class. What's your favorite class? 我最喜欢的课是英语课。你最喜欢学校的哪一个地方? Which means my favorite class is English class. What's your favorite place in school? 我最喜欢学校的游泳池。你最喜欢学校的哪一个地方? Which means I like the school swimming pool. What's your favorite place in school? And then 我最喜欢学校的操场，因为 which means my favorite place in school is the field because, and then you can state a reason. Yeah, now we're just going to take it one step further and translate and interpret a paragraph. It's actually not that hard. Normally paragraphs are longer than this, but like we have limited vocabulary, and I know you guys are kind of tired of these words, but this is it. So if it looks intimidating, it's really not. All you have to do is split it up and translate the words, because these are all words that we just went over and you should know. So when translating and interpreting these, you'd want to split it up and add a pinyin to it. So the first sentence states, 我学校有6堂课，音乐课、美术课、英文课、中文课、数学课和科学课。And then you translate the second sentence. 我最喜欢的课是科学课，因为我觉得科学很有趣。So there you can see I used a because sentence, and then I gave a reason where it says 因为. The next sentence says 我的学校很大，学校里有游泳池、餐厅、操场和体育馆。And the following sentence says 我最喜欢学校的游泳池，因为我很喜欢游泳，我觉得游泳很轻松。So after you add the pinyin and you're able to read it, then you can start translating it. So when you translate the first sentence, reading it, it says 我学校有6堂课，音乐课、美术课、英文课、中文课、数学课和科学课。You should be familiar with these vocabulary words. If not, you can look back at the other slides where I translate basically all of these words. And by translating, you can see that the person is saying, at my school, there are 6 classes: music class, art class, English class, Chinese class. math class, and science class. I don't know why I missed out on the science, but yeah. Then after that, it says 我最喜欢的课是科学课，因为我觉得科学很有趣. For those of you who don't know what 有趣 means, it means interesting. So you would say my favorite class is science class because I think that it is very interesting. Again, the because statement would be very useful when you're speaking to other people because like it gives them a reason. You're telling them why you like something. So hopefully you're familiar with enough adjectives to use a because statement. Then translating the third sentence, 我的学校很大，学校里有游泳池、餐厅、操场和体育馆, which means my school is very big. In the school there's a swimming pool, a cafeteria, a field, and a gymnasium or a gym. The following sentence says 我最喜欢学校的游泳池，因为我喜欢游泳。我觉得游泳很轻松. Again, I gave a reason, or actually I gave two reasons in this sentence. It says I like the swimming pool the most because, which is 因为 I like to swim, which is the first reason. The second reason is I think that swimming is very relaxing. For those of you who didn't know, 轻松 means relaxing or like calming. That should be it for you, but this is the final product once you've done all the steps. In Chinese it says 我学校有6堂课，音乐课、美术课、英文课、中文课、数学课和科学课。我最喜欢的课是科学课，因为我觉得科学很有趣。我的学校很大，学校里有游泳池、餐厅、操场和体育馆。我最喜欢学校的游泳池，因为我很喜欢游泳。我也觉得游泳很轻松。And then translating that, the final product in English, like the paragraph would be, at my school there are 6 classes: music class, art class, English class, Chinese class, math class, and science class. My favorite class is science class because I think that it is very interesting. My school is very big. In the school there is a swimming pool, a cafeteria, a field, and a gymnasium. I like the swimming pool the most because I like to swim. I think that swimming is very relaxing. Okay, so yeah. And now we're gonna do some new vocabulary. It's not really that new. There's not that much. You should. I'm pretty sure you guys all know the words mama, papa, 姐姐,妹妹,哥哥,弟弟,爷爷,奶奶, which means mom, dad, older sister, older brother, younger brother, grandpa, and grandma. And then these are just aunts and uncles on your mother's and father's side. I don't know why they made it like hard for us and like chose to give it different names, but your father's side aunt is 姑姑, and your father's side uncle is 叔叔. Your mother's side aunt is 姨妈, and your mother's side uncle is 舅舅. Again, I don't know why they had to overcomplicate things, but that's just what it is. But I'm pretty sure if you call your dad's side uncle 舅舅 instead of 叔叔, like he wouldn't mind. It's all the same thing basically, but this is just like the formal vocabulary for it. Otherwise, there's really not much to know. Yeah. So moving on, this is for the sort of advanced session, because I know some of you are already pretty fluent in Chinese. So we're just gonna go through some poems. This poem is called Yu, which means rain. So we're gonna start off by reading it. You can read along at home if you want. And I have the pinyin on the right for those of you who want to keep along, go along with us. But like, this is for people that are already familiar with these words. The reason that I won't introduce the new people to this is because some of the words are very difficult and there's more than one meaning to it and more than one tone to it. And poems are like very tricky because they also have like idioms and metaphors and all that stuff, which is actually hard to interpret. So we're gonna start by reading 雨，作者张以宁。 粒粒愁心乱，条条客梦长。春帆江上雨，小径鬓边霜。啼鸟云山尽，蜡花溪水香。佳人意念我，语儿暗相望。Um, so we're gonna interpret this. This is just my interpretation. It's like uh partially direct and partially like metaphorical. I tried to catch some of like his artistic crafts in the poem, but this is what I got out of it. So the poem's name is Rain, which, well, it says Yu. The author is Zhang Yining. So he says, my emotions are all messed up. My dreams are very long. It was raining in the Chuanfan River and Xiaojingbian forest. Uh, I don't know why it says frosted, but um, bird birds cries and clouds and the mountains are all very quiet. Uh, and leaving out the water's fragrance in Huaxi, which is a district in Guizhou. And the last sentence says, "My family dearly misses me as the darkness and I stare at each other." Um, this is more of a poem about his travels and how he also mentions like his family, but yeah. I think that'll be it. So the homework, of course, it's optional, but for the regular session, you guys can just get familiar with the family vocabulary, and if you're not already familiar with the school vocabulary, you guys can go ahead and do that. You guys can get familiar with vocabulary by writing them down several times or just saying them out loud or both. Maybe flashcards could help if you want to be able to like translate them and know the words. For the advanced session, I want you guys to find a poem or 古诗, which is like an old poem about family, school, or education, and interpret it. I also want you guys to look up some 四字成语, which is like 4-word metaphors or idioms about family, school, or education, and interpret them. And if you send them to me, I could teach them next class, or you guys could present them if you're comfortable with that. It'd also be cool if you just sent me your answers through WeChat, email, or Snapchat. I have my information on the next slide. But also, it'd be good for you guys to email me or just tell me in Google Classroom, like comment under the slides, like which vocabulary set you want to learn. Because I have like a list of units that I could teach you guys, but if you guys have like your own preference, like which set of words you want to know, I could go ahead and teach you guys that instead, because this is a smaller class and I want you guys to like be the priority in your choices. Like I want you guys to kind of run the class, so that'd be good. If you have any questions, feedback, or like anything you want me to know, you can contact me. My phone number is up there. My Snapchat is there. My WeChat, we don't talk about it. My email is there. And if you decide to text me again, please state your name and your course and feel free to be as casual as you want. Anyways, thank you guys so much for enrolling and coming. And I'm so sorry for the wait. I don't know what happened. But, yeah, thank you.